today we're gonna do a cook with me. We're going to cook a sweet chili pork bowl. This is a great 30-minute meal you can do any weeknight, and the great thing is it's versatile. You can make it vegetarian if you have a non-meat eater in your home like I do. So we're gonna start by slicing up a red pepper, and then we are going to slice up. I actually found this recipe yellow onion through HelloFresh. We ordered a couple of boxes. My husband and I, we really loved everything that we got from HelloFresh. Unfortunately, for our family of 6 and having different, food choices, some eat meat, some don't. It was very impractical for us to continue ordering HelloFresh. Because it can't feed our whole family, and I'm trying to stay inside my food budget. So but the really cool thing is I can keep those recipes to make on my own, and so that's what I've been doing. We've made this recipe several times. So after we slice those onions pretty thin, we are going to zest a lime. Make sure to get all that zest. And then after we zest the lime, we're going to cut that same lime into fourths. So after we have our lime zested and our veggies all cut up, we're gonna work on the sauce. You're gonna take red pepper flakes, honey, sesame oil, tamari, and rice vinegar, as well as some garlic, cloves, and fresh ginger. And we are gonna combine all of that into a little saucepan. You're gonna turn it on to medium high, and we are going to let all of that goodness meld together. And while that sauce is melding together, we're also going to cook our rice. So you take your rice, your water, a dash of salt, and you bring that to a boil. And then you turn it on low to cook. And while our rice is cooking, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get those veggies cooked. So we're gonna put a little bit of oil in our pan, and we're gonna saute those veggies. And I'm using my Our Place pan, and you guys, the pan is amazing. I'm really happy with the purchase of that pan. It's truly non-stick. It's so easy to wash. But this isn't about the pan. So back to the food. So we're gonna cook down those veggies till they're nice and soft and tender, and then we are going to transfer them to another plate. And then in the pan I have some onion flakes that I've kind of toasted, and then I'm going to cook some kale down. Just a little bit more oil to that pan, toss in that kale, and cook it until it's nice and tender. really get up in there. Once it's cooked down a bit, we're going to add some lemon juice to give it just a little bit of tang. I love lemon, you guys. We're gonna mix that up in there, and then we'll go ahead and transfer that kale, once it's nice and soft, to a plate. Okay, so once that is transferred to the plate, we're going to use the same pan, and we are going to start cooking our meat. So I'm going to drizzle just a little bit of olive oil in the pan, and then we're going to start cooking our ground pork. So once that pork is in the pan, and I assume, I'm pretty sure if you don't like pork, you don't eat pork, again, you can substitute it for ground beef. Maybe even like a shrimp. That would be tasty. So we're gonna season that ground pork with a bit of fresh ground pepper, a little bit of salt, and then we're going to kind of not break it apart, but I'm kind of gonna mush it into a single layer in the pan and let it cook like that until it gets nice and brown and yummy. Okay, so once it's browned, and I kind of wish I got it a little bit more browned, but that's cool. Once it's brown, go ahead and toss in those cooked veggies, the red pepper and the onions that we cooked and sauteed before. We're gonna add in a bit of that sauce that we cooked and prepared. Just add it in there, mix it all up, let it get nice and flavored, well mixed in with those veggies and that meat. We're gonna add about a tablespoon of butter into the mix and mix that up. They say that butter makes everything better. I don't know if that's true per se, but this dish is definitely very good. So get that all mixed in, all nice and good. And then we're gonna kind of let that simmer on low for a little bit and cover it up. And then we just add everything together, you guys. The rice, our meat veggie mixture, and our kale, and bon appetit.